Welcome back to another episode of English Ed Reviews Everything. I'm your host and everyone's favorite flatmate, Lucky English Ed. And today we are taking a look at Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse Build-A-Figure Sugar Man featuring Marvel's Wild Child. Now, here's the thing about Wild Child. I've never read a comic with Wild Child in it. Not one. Not a one. So I really don't know much about Wild Child, other than the fact that Wild Child is the son of Sabretooth. And what I do know, however, is that Wild Child was created by Marvel to essentially replace Sabretooth, because Sabretooth originally was a villain. He was a ruthless killing machine. Like, seriously. OG Sabretooth would just, to use a phrase that Rob from Comic Explains use, he was just cutting a swath through everybody. Every last body he encountered. He would kick the living daylights out of Wolverine, and they would just go back and forth, and anyone who got in his way while he was chasing down Wolverine just caught them hands. Just caught them hands, and didn't live to tell the tale sometimes. So, not Sabretooth. Wild Child was created to replace that Sabretooth, because that Sabretooth was becoming more of a anti-hero / good guy. More of an anti-hero. But people really missed that OG Sabretooth. So that's where his son, Wild Child, comes into play. So let's just, let's take a look at the back. We have here image of Wild Child, pretty nice. Then we have my package is damaged, as you can see. We have the Sugar Man, who has 4 arms, and just, I'm not gonna say it, but what I will say is, this guy is nothing but neck, back, and ass. Yeah, you can, yeah, neck, back, and ass. So, let's take a look here. We have Jean Grey as number 1, X-Man as number 2. Who the hell is that? Sunfire, I couldn't read that for a second. Sunfire as number 3. It says Marvel's Wild Child. Why does it say Marvel's Wild Child? That's odd. Wild Child is number 4. We have Weapon X as number 6. Then we have, really, that's Morph. Holy shit, that's Morph. I gotta get that character. I gotta find that character now. Now I have to go out and actually hunt for that character. We have number 6 as Morph. And last Beast. Oh, wait, no. Specifically, Marvel's Dark Beast. So those are the 7 figures that would come with the Build-A-Figure character pieces to make up this bad boy. Let's crack it open now and take a look at the actual figure. Let me take it off screen. Cut that. Do that. And here we are. Throw that in the recycling bin. Let's start with this giant chunk of hollow plastic. Giant chunk of hollow plastic. This is his back. Like I said, he's nothing but neck, back, and ass. Nothing fancy there. I'm just going to toss it to the side. I'll probably never get all the pieces. I probably won't even search them out. His accessories come with a, I'm looking at the character, a whip chain. That's pretty cool. Pop him out. Let's get this lighting situated. Let's get this camera angled properly. And here we are. Now we got to change the camera again. There we go. And here's the character. I already don't like this, but I suppose I could just fix that with a little bit of warm water. Hot water. I'll just boil his kneecap. Yeah, as you can see, his knee joint is slightly arched, but it's not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker for me. Yeah, he looked like he has leg problems, as you can clearly see. Looking like he's bow-legged. But I digress. Let's take a look at this character. Let's take a look at that head sculpt. This head sculpt is really, really good. See if I can get that to focus. There we go. See if we get some more light in here. There we go. And there it went. I think it's the pops. I think that's what it is. Hold on, let me grab my background. My Cobra Island background real quick. So we can hopefully focus. Yep, that easy. It was focusing on the pops. This is what the character looks like. Let's get him up close and personal. It's a really nice sculpt. You can see how it has all the sculpt in the hair and whatnot. The fangs are pretty nice. The hair looks really nice. The head is in two pieces. You have you have the hair piece and then the actual head. That's pretty nice. And you have this loose fitting collar and a hook. Why is it a hook? That's odd. Okay, correction. This is not a whip chain. This is a chain to hold him like a dog. That's what it's for. Let's pull back a little bit. There we go. And that's what this is for, is to keep him in, well, to keep him on a leash, essentially. It clicks into that. Knock that off. Let's take a look at his articulation. He consists of rocker ankles and a very tight ankle bend. Very tight. That might cause problems. He has double jointed knees, which allow for that motion. He has no drop down in the hip. He has a swivel at the thigh. Y'all know how I love thigh swivel. I love me some thigh swivel. I love me some thigh swivel. It just adds to the overall. He has a swivel at the waist. This guy is incredibly fucking thin. Like, holy shit. God damn. That is thin. He has an ab crunch or a diaphragm crunch. He can go... He can do that. That's what he can do. Going in a reverse. Going in a reverse... Not really much of anything. Double joints at the elbows. Boom. I don't know why I'm having trouble with this. Why am I having trouble with this? Double joints at the elbows. Bicep swivel. 360 motion. Gotta love that. He has a horizontal bend at the wrist, which allows for that much motion to the left, that much to the right, from his perspective anyway. And he has a swivel at the wrist, which allows for that motion. His head is on a ball joint with a hinge. So, let's get that. Let's back him up some. He can look down that far. Let's get that out the way. He can look up that far. His head can tilt that much. Turn his head. He can get... He just broke his neck. Like, clap! He can get that much motion, which is pretty cool. You can get some really cool poses out of that. Oh, I love when the character has that. He has butterfly joints, which allow for additional motion even after the fact of the double slotted elbow. So he can, holy crap, he can cross his arms and look cool doing it. Let's back him up so y'all can get a look at that. Yeah, he's not gonna stand. That bend in his shin, that looks pretty awesome. Let's try and get him to turn sideways. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. And I believe that I hit every point of articulation. There's nothing under there, nothing there. Yeah, his hips. He can kick out beyond 90 degrees. Standing still. He can do that much of a split. He can kick back that much. Yeah, that's pretty limited, but... Oh, okay. And he has that much splits wide open. He has peg holes in the bottom of his feet, and his feet are pretty sculpted nicely. It looks like each toe is individual, but it's not. That's pretty cool. I like that. And he's so thin that you could just get him into all types of cool poses. Just look at that. About to bust a move and break dance. Booyakasha. I really like this character. I am going to integrate him into my upcoming mini comic series. I'm not going to give too much away about that, but I'm working on something that I think all of y'all will like, which will be a part of the regular show. So y'all will be getting my opinions on things. Y'all will be getting reviews and impressions of figures. And you'll be getting that little comic series that I want to create. It's going to be a photo comic series. That's what I'm going to say about it for right now. But, yep. This has been another episode of English Ed Reviews Everything. I hope y'all enjoyed it, because I certainly did. This wild child is awesome. Love, luck, and lollipops.